photographers actually make time to meet, to hang out, despite their busy schedules. The photographer can have a shoot and invite another photographer to their set. They collaborate a lot. There's a lot of collaborations over competition.
She's a photographer here in Ghana, a female photographer to be precise. And she's seeing the differences here, being a photographer here, and being a photographer there. Because here, even before you get to collaborate, it's difficult, forgive me. It's difficult, but in Nigeria, people are open to collaborations in the creative space.
DJ Pop.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to your favorite channel right here. And your boy Diokpa PKB Ikena Balogu SZ1. Today, I'm here to bromance with you. You know, it's you and I together. We're doing this, and of course, we have director Gray in the back backing us, giving us nothing but the very best of pictures. And so today, I'm here to share with you opinions from a Ghanaian photographer, female photographer to be precise. You know, that's a male-dominated space, but lately, we are seeing a lot of females go into that space as well. And so there's a female photographer here in Ghana called Ella Boama Photography. I'm sure she had a gig and she visited Nigeria, and she happened to have been in two different states, that's Abuja and Lagos. And she's sharing some interesting insights. I mean, things Nigerians do differently from Ghanaians. You know, she has stayed in Ghana before, so, I mean, she's a Ghanaian, obviously. So, she's been to Nigeria for 2 months, and that's enough time to get to know or share some differences or to get to observe some differences between these two beautiful countries that always fight but are in love with each other. You know, they have each other's back because, trust me, if we don't have each other's back, Nigeria won't be giving us gas. Yes, yeah. So, yes. Let's go and check out Ella Boama's opinions on the things that Nigerians do differently from Ghanaians. I'll be in between to share some light, you know, here and there. You can also do that in the comment section. Let's ride along, guys. And let's have some fun. Right, Director Gray, let's go.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ella of Ella Boama Photography. And it's been 2 weeks since I got back from Nigeria. And these are some things that shocked me whilst I was staying in Nigeria. Or let's just say things that Nigerians do differently from Ghanaians. And these are my personal experiences and opinions as a Ghanaian who stayed in Nigeria for 2 months. So I have my list written out here. So I'm going to be looking at this whilst I talk. So first on my list is ATM withdrawal limit. I use a lot of ATMs, like different banks. And the limit for withdrawing money in the ATM is 20k, which is roughly like 200 Ghana cedis.
Hold on.
Yeah, in Ghana, I can withdraw as much as 5.
So, let's go back. Great, let's go back.
500k.
500k.
5,000 cedis.
That's 5.
I can go. The second on my list is plastic bowls. The rate at which Nigerians use plastic, it's insane. In Ghana, we use takeaway packs. In Nigeria, they use actual plastic bowls, like the solid plastic bowls. That is their takeaway pack. Like, what's actually quite interesting to me, like when you go to a restaurant to buy food, they actually serve you in serving size. So there's nothing like, oh, Amelia Meto Wache 5 cedis or 6 cedis or Gary 1 cedi. No, there's nothing like that. They have like a 7 size. And I think that's a very wonderful thing because they're able to track with a computerized system like how much food has been sold. And I think that is actually a very great idea. That's not something we do here in Ghana. The next on my list is light out. Of course. Like, it wouldn't be Nigeria if we don't mention light out. So light out in Nigeria is actually pretty normal than you can actually think. You know how here in Ghana, if the lights goes off, you hear, oh, when the lights come back, you hear, yay. In Nigeria, there's nothing like that. When the lights goes off, like the lights can actually go off like 10 to 15 times in a day. It's that crazy. And they're so like used to it. Like light goes off, nobody's bothered. Like nobody says, oh, when the lights come back, nobody says, yay. You know that thing? Like one of the things
Hold
that I
on, hold on, hold on.
realized, or I
So you see, she starts on plastic usage. She starts on the first one was the ATM, and the third one is like the lights. So with the ATM in Ghana, if you do like 5K maximum, yeah, but in Nigeria you can only do like 20K, right? It makes sense because of course it'll be two different currencies. Ghana we will come out all the zeros, but Nigeria has their zeros there. So I mean, it makes sense. But I still feel 20K is a little too small to have them in an ATM, because you know how people have money in Nigeria. So if the person can withdraw more than 20K, meaning he or she can't do that unless you rotate a number of banks to be able to take out, let's say if you want 30K or 40K. And on the light issue, Ghana, if they take light or more, oh, see, you can literally hear the whole of Accra. Everybody shouting, oh, back in the day, those days, growing up. You go here. And if the lights go come back, they will still say, yeah, those times they do the load shed, right? At some point, we had load shedding because the lights was not enough. You know, there's population increase. So they have to make sure they build more dams and all of those things and have other power plants and that. If they take the load shed, if we know say the lights will go off like 6, everybody go talk say, oh, then the minute it comes back, like let's say 6 p.m., you hear the entire nation, especially the kids, right? When we're kids, the kids will go, yay, everybody will be shouting. You literally hear the entire neighborhood, everyone shouting. But right now, you know, there's so agree. I don't know if recently you hear someone. Lately, they know they do that anymore. That thing no do anymore. Maybe it's because the power stayed on for a while now, you know. Nowadays, there's nothing like load shed. And if they go do load shed, it not really be intense like that. So yeah, that's about the life. But it looks like in Nigeria, in some parts of Nigeria, NEPA is still mafiaing people over there. Yes. So let's go back to the video and listen some more to Elaboama, who was in Nigeria.
noticed when I went to Nigeria is how people actually run businesses like as corporate bodies. They have like systems and structures in place. You'd see like a small business and they have an admin, a small business and they have like a team. They have like people they are working with, which is not something I see a lot here in Ghana, especially in the creative industry. In Nigeria, like a photographer is coming up and they're thinking of owning a studio, they're thinking of hiring people, which is actually like pretty amazing. And I mean, it says it's all about Nigerians because even here, Nigerians here in Ghana, they are like very business minded. So let me talk a bit about the creative community. So my experience with the creative community in Nigeria has actually made me want to go back to Nigeria because it's like, oh my
Hold
god,
on,
like
hold on,
a
hold on.
sense of community.
Great, hold on. Why wouldn't she want to go back to Nigeria? Why wouldn't she? and this is my very favorite part. Why wouldn't she? She wants to go back to Nigeria because you see, even here, photographers in Ghana, look, I don't know, but it's tough. It's difficult because she wants to go back because what she's seen there, she see people they collaborate, people they come together. And you see in Nigeria, someone they start, it is start. You know, establish it. It is start like a startup. But that person has the mentality of trying to put people on already. People with ego fee pay them something, or people ego fee grow with. But in Ghana, yeah, literally, he go wait, make you reach some level before he go think of hiring somebody like an administrator or like a PA or something. But in Nigeria, the minute it starts, they think of, so say, if the job come, work will be easier. And I think it is the best thing to do. Maybe you might think that, oh, I don't have the financial capacity to give to these people. But if you sell the idea to them and they buy into it, trust me, you guys grow and you grow together. That's how it works. And you see, she's a photographer here in Ghana, a female photographer to be precise. And she's seeing the differences here, being a photographer here, and being a photographer there. Because here, even before you get to collaborate, it's difficult, forgive me. It's difficult. But in Nigeria, people are open to collaborations in the creative space. Let's continue with Ella.
Photographers actually make time to meet, to hang out, despite their busy schedules. The photographer can have a shoot and invite another photographer to their set. They collaborate a lot. There's a lot of collaborations over competition. And that's one of the things that I enjoyed most as a creative in the creative community in Nigeria. And then also you'd see another photographer like actually introducing you to people, even their clients sometimes, you know. So I think that's a wonderful thing that I experienced in Nigeria. The unity, the support, it's amazing. And I got to realize that these are not things that we just see like online. Like I experienced it for myself and it was a very beautiful thing, which I wish Ghanaians could adapt as well. I can say that Nigerians do not gatekeep. They like to share, they like to put people on. And also, in my own opinion, I think photography pays more in Nigeria than it does in Ghana. Despite the fact that our money holds more value, Nigerian photographers actually charge way more than Ghanaian photographers. The next thing is their English language. Nigerians have a customized way of speaking. I get on hearing like, oh, the girl on red dress. I'm like, what the hell is on red dress? How is the girl on the dress? The girl is in the dress, not on the dress. And a couple of other things which I found very interesting. I don't look Ghanaian, but immediately I start to talk, they notice that I'm not from here. One of the things I was asking was, when you guys go to school, is this how they actually teach you to talk? Because you guys are like, you speak British English just like Ghanaians, but the way we talk is like different. So number 7 on my list is an aggressive tone of voice. It's like everybody's angry in the country. An Uber guy calls you and then he's meeting you with an aggressive tone of voice. And so over time, I also started to adapt. But when I go there, the first couple of days, like everybody was kind of like, oh, I'm calm. I guess it's something about Ghanaians, like we are naturally calm. And I guess Nigerians are like naturally aggressive. Which is not a bad thing, you know?
Yes.
The violence, I'll take it by force.
Great, hold on.
Next
Let
on
me
my
come in
list
here.
is how
Yes, I mean sometimes you see twins, right? You can never have twins who will be the same. Definitely you have a twin where one is vocal and the other is not. Where one is shy, the other is not. Like if twins are the same, it no go make sense. Even identical twins never be the same. So it makes sense that I mean Ghana and Nigeria is moving along. The other we both can be aggressive. Like I think God just put Ghana and Nigeria in a certain space where that's how it's supposed to be. It's natural. We can't have Nigerians to be as calm as Ghanaians. Bro, it won't make sense. Like we will go carry Togo. I be Togo to be calm like us. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Sometimes you need, that's why negative and positive comes together to make a car run or a battery start. That's positivity coming out of it. So yeah, it all makes sense. I mean, let's appreciate the aggressiveness of Nigerians and Nigerians appreciating the calmness of Ghanaians. That way it works. We learn from each other. Ella, let's go.
Nigerians love marriage. Nigerians love weddings.
Hold on, great, hold on. I saw a comment where someone said, the way she said Nigerians love marriage. Someone said Ghanaians love burials. Hey, yeah, Agbonaya. Hey, Soloku. Oh boy, you dey like bad. We dey like Soloku pass. Funeral on Saturdays. Ah, forget. Not knowing Nigerians also love weddings. Ella, let's go.
It was actually very surprising to me the rate at which people are married in Nigeria. Like you could meet somebody like in their mid-20s and they're married. Like, yo, where are you going to? why are you in a hurry? Like girls, if you want to get married, like relocate to Nigeria, like the men they get married fast. And I also think this is directly linked to how confident they are in approaching women. Like a Nigerian man doesn't care. As long as you're not wearing a ring on your finger, he's going to approach you and shoot his shot. The thing that I noticed, which was quite different, is the fact that Nigerians have 24-hour malls. I don't think I've seen something like that here in Ghana yet. At 2 a.m., I can actually pick an Uber and go to the shopping mall.
Oh, wow.
Did you know that in Lagos, plastic rubbers, or let me say nylon bags, have been banned? But then guess what? When you go to the malls, they sell it. When you buy
Yes, it
things.
makes sense.
Can you imagine going to ShopRite or going to Melcom and then you finish buying your things and they tell you that the package rubber is for sale for, is it 100 naira or 200 naira.
That's like
That's
10
like 10 cities or 20 cities. That's insane. There's wheelbarrow boys. So you know how here in Ghana, when you go to the market to buy things, the people that want to carry your things, we call them kayaye, and they are females. In Nigeria, the people that do that kind of job, they are males. And when I say in Nigeria, I stayed in Abuja for 2 months and then I spent a couple of days in Lagos. So I'm sharing my experience mainly based on what I saw in Abuja. So it's the guys or the men that do the hard labor of lifting things in the marketplace, not the women. You see how here in Ghana, the people that sell fruits are mostly like women, but in Nigeria, they are sold by men. And lastly, Ghana Jollof or Nigerian Jollof.
Hold on, great, hold
As
on.
a Ghanaian who has stayed
Hold on the jollof part. We'll be wrapping up soon with the jollof bit. But I mean, I think in Ghana, if we also had 24-hour malls, it would make sense, especially for drivers, because as early as 8, you go to the mall, then it is locked. Meanwhile, you have to pick somebody inside the mall. Oh. Now you have to park and wait outside until the mall opening time, which is 9, is up before you can enter. Else you have to wait outside and let the person come in. And where the mall closes at 9 or 10, you know they still have some staff in there who are working, right? And so you have to wait outside the mall for them to come out and join you, the driver in the car, before you can take them away. So I think this 24-hour thing, which is working in Nigeria, if it works in Ghana as well, it will really make sense, because let's say you're a night driver and you want a place to buy something. Sometimes you're in town. Let's say you're around Tetekwashi about. There's no provision shop there. You can just enter the mall and then work and get your thing. And the mail comes as well. I think they should consider that as well. And she also spoke about what, aside the malls, the traders who help people carry stuff. In Ghana, we call them kayaye. They are mainly women, but it looks like in Nigeria, they are men. And fruit sellers too. There's no way you see a male fruit seller in Ghana. Forget. They are all older women. Yes. Older women or younger women or a mother and a daughter selling the fruit. You hardly would even see the son. If the woman has a son, you hardly would see the son there helping them sell the fruit. It's always the daughters that help them sell the fruit. And so now let's go into the very last part where we'll be wrapping up the jollof bit. Director, let's go listen to Ella Boama.
in Ghana, eating Ghana Jollof. And as a Ghanaian who has stayed in Nigeria, eating Jollof in Abuja, eating Jollof in Lagos, one thing I'll say is that Nigerian Jollof is not that bad, but I just think it's a hit or miss. And also, I also think that the type of rice they used to cook, you know, they cook with local rice. Here in Ghana, we don't cook with local rice. So I think that's one of the major differences. But taste-wise, I think depends on who cooks it. It tastes like good. So these are some of the things that shocked me whilst I was in Nigeria. Thanks so much for watching the video. This is Ella.
Yeah, so that was Ella sharing her experiences. I mean, the differentials of living in Nigeria and Ghana. And she shared it. It was very exciting, right? Yeah. Ghana, yeah, I think if we also introduce the selling of the rubber bags, it will help, because Charlie, anything you go buy, they give you rubber bag. You know, it take doing it, you go throw them away. Then now, it will cost waste problems and all of that. I think it will make sense if we reduce usage of carrier bags. It will really help. Guys, it's been exciting, you know, having these differentials with Ella Boama. I hope you enjoyed it as well. Share your 2 cents on what Ella shared. Maybe she left something out. I left something out, guys. The ball is in your court to share your thoughts as well in the comment section. Let's get it interactive. You know how we do. It's your boy PKB Ikena Balogu Eze. It's been a lengthy episode, but I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, it's a vibe. Director Gray led production. We are out. I'll see you in the next episode. Until then, it's adios for now.
This not the age to face reality, oh. Come on, this not the time to do the necessary, oh. Go, chigo dongo. This not the stage to unite. Unity not the key, yes, not the key. Plus 24, not the show. The J Paco Rich, not the man. 24, not the code, not the code. DJ